the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. Not a whole lot of room to run. Gets it to the 35 after showcasing the great move. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial...
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Julian Love picks it, and they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 48-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
We got 4. We got 4. Check 26. Check 26. Go. Get it.
Now Saquon Barkley. And now look at him go. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Bailey got the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Ready to get this next drive started, the New York offense at the line. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
He's brought down by Jabril. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
57. 57.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Now Brady looking for Pettis, but that's intercepted. Picked up by Janoris Jenkins. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Let's go. 10 Lobo. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. You're not ready. You're not ready. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
Throwing on first down. Jones. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. D. Ford. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Flush to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Ready?
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Look at me, zipper. He's coming in motion. Hey. Hit it.
Now it's Barkley. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 10 yards, good for a giant first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll make it 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. Pick the edge. Pick the edge. Come. Check. 6-6. Bullet high. High. Yep.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And Barkley did not get there. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
A 31-yard attempt.
Bailey's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And he's got some space here. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. Touchdown, 49ers. He goes 102 yards from one end zone to the other as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Gold with the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7.
49ers 7.
So let's try this again. After the kick return, TD, here's yet another kickoff. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff? that they all made sure to let us know. We know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now Jones going up top. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line.
Intercepted by the 49ers. His guys take over 1st and 10.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Motion, motion, motion. Hey, check it.
On 1st down, here's Breida. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter.
Here we go.
With the score, Giants 10.
Hey, that's flag 20.
49ers 7.
57. Hey, come on, come on, Go, Bandit.
Once again, they run with Breida on 1st down. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Rip. 57. Mike, hey, Delta. Rip left. Shadow.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Brady. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. George Kittle, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And the lead is now 14-10. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Come on, D. Mike 54. Smooth. He can't hang. He's not going to get me. Hey, watch that, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Lead grip.
Throwing Jones. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Back to throw. Jones. And Ingram holds it in. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. A big play there for the Giants. 46 yards.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Hey, Alpha. Now. Mike 5-4. I know he ain't got it. Now.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Rhett Ellison, his first touchdown on the year. And the Giants are going to jump back in front. Sometimes those tight ends are a mismatch. They found the mismatch there.
And that's exactly why you want to drop those types of plays, because coverage is just going to go to the natural guys, the guys that make the big plays on the outside. But if you work your tight end into it, that's a tough one for a defense to handle.
Tough. They couldn't handle it. It worked out for 6. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Ready to get this next drive started, the New York offense at the line. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match at a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Breida, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. 30 yards there, and, of course, the 1st down as well.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a 1st down.
1st down saves him from a 3 and out. They run with Breida. He'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Breida, he'll try the right side. Oh, now Breida loses it, and the Giants have it. It's picked up. Accelerating, and off he goes. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Even the great ones, some of the best, they're not immune to the fumble, and here it really hurts them.
If the ball gets away from any runner's body, that's when the defense pokes at it, swipes at it, swats at it, and finds a way to create a big play for themselves.
Extra point up and good by Bailey. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Ready to get this next drive started, the New York offense at the line. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Throwing on 2nd and long. Brady escaping the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Brady. Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. Dalvin Tomlinson in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Here comes the 49ers punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And this will be down by a member of the kicking team just outside of the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A first down carry for Barkley won't lead to much as he'll take this forward for maybe a yard. It's second down.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
Check line 33. Check line 33.
On 2nd and 9, Jones. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
On third down, Barkley. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Ready to get this next drive started, the New York offense at the line. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Hey, Steve 6. 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Watch the fly. Watch the fly. Watch the fly. Hey, 66.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey, check it. Hey, hold it.
Throwing again. Brady. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for him. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Hey, Roy.
To throw on 3rd down. Brady. Goodwin able to haul it in. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 27-yard line. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Brady now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a 1st down here. Brady to throw again. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now Brady again. The quick slant caught. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. Fielded about a yard deep. Look at the spin. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Protein spill.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. Joker, 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 joker. Take four, take four. Slam. General West. Hey, high 7. Ready.
Now Jones on third down. And the Niners get there and bring him down. D Ford make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
To me, the defense was looking a little gassed near the end of the first half, but they come out of the locker room with a little extra spring in their step. Wonder what they did at halftime to get them so motivated.
I don't know, but that sack looked good. Now let's see if they can build on the momentum of that play. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Ready to get this next drive started, the New York offense at the line. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day. Play. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Regular.
Now a give coming right is Breida. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Brady's throw there complete, and he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 17-yard line.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Sugar! Hey, Echo! 57's the mic. Watch 57. Stay with your man. Mike's 57. 57's Mike.
Into the red zone, it's Brady. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Marquise Goodwin with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Gold with the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Good shot, baby. That's a baby shot. Mark check 33. 61, matchbox lights. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Hey, exit. Y'all playing the wrong football. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Get it.
On 2nd and 9, Jones gets this out to Saquon Barkley. Oh, now he bowls him over. It's a big-time play there for the G-Men. 41 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. The big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll run with Barkley. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
Loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 34-yard line.
Let's go now. 90 Wolf.
That's what I do.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13.
Mike check 30. Hey, Charlie. Let's go one more. Hey, check Mike 30. Now.
Here's Jones operating from the gun. He's going to fire one, corner of the end, into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Hooked by Tarvarius Moore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter.
Let's go. Check, check. Regular, regular. Bravo. 57. Mike, 57. Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. Twist. Sugar.
Brady now on 1st down. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
1st down, San Francisco.
Shit. No. Me.
This is Breida. Touchdown, 49ers. Matt Breida, his 19th touchdown now on the season. Now the 49ers have retaken the lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
To throw again on second down. Jones, he's got his man. This is Tate. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down. Jones on 1st and 10. Johnson's got it complete. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
On second down, Johnson. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Again. Gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
It's a gain of a yard. That's good for a Giants. First down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Jones now. From the gun, he'll throw. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Nick Bosa showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. To try again after the sack. Jones flushed out, and for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Hooked by Tavarius Moore, and his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. Ready to get this next drive started, the New York offense at the line. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful.
There he goes, right side. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Matt Breida with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together.
It got his man complete. A big play there for the Giants. 48 yards. On 1st and 10, Jones. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
First down, 49ers.
They're running it.
Here's Breida. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and the big yardage all night long.
He's crashing. He's checking crash. Safe. Motion. 41 Mike. 41. Goal 66.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And some room to work. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And he will finally be taken down at the Giants' 29-yard line.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Now a give to Breida. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Antoine Bethea, a former 49er, there on the tackle. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. On the handoff, this is Breida. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Five in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd.
I hope he's going to the left because I'm about to take you to school. Switch. Check 52. 36. Greystone, travel. Kill. Hey, turn it up. Check. Go back. We got motion. Back up. Hey, 4-1's Mike. No, go, Bandit.
On 3rd down, a run from Breida. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And he's brought down. It's a pickup of 13, and with that 13 yards, this ball game just about over. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal.
Kill. 6-6. Pull it up.
They'll try to run with Breida. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Matt Breida, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?"
Jones hit in the ball zone. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Results of the play, 1st down and 10.
Wait, that 53. 57 for Mike. Check. Right.
Now they try the right side here. A gain of 3, second down. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout.
At the 26-yard line.
Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, little insult to injury here late in the game. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. And that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points. But this widens it out, as you said. And now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Come on, fellas.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for San Francisco, their playoff chances take an uptick as they move to 7-4. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Giants, it's a loss that sets them back in their playoff push as they fall to 6-5. And they'll have a quick turnaround as they're back in action Thursday afternoon at around 3:30.